Do you like cyberpunk? Do you like Egypt? Well, what if Prince of Egypt kind of felt like Half-Life? Today's sponsor, Cairo Otherscape, is a setting where you can rebel against new age pharaohs of industry who have veritable pyramids filled with tech and ancient artifacts alike, where you can have gunfights and boat races in a magical arms race while jinn travel through streets and cyberspace equally. The setting guide for Cairo and the supplement Neuro, which is like Cyber Chase, come from the makers of Legend in the Mist, which is my favorite game. Otherscape's new setting is this awesome megacity with adaptive characters, larger-than-life foes, and a futuristic historical merger that reminds me of like an Egyptian Mumbattan or the Kingdom in Nimona. The Kickstarter launched today, and if you like the idea, the fantastic team, or the story-centric system, please check them out and back the project if you can. Thank you, Otherscape. Now here be the video. 6 years ago, I made a really slow series, practically some of my first uploads on this channel, where I describe the different schools of magic. I will not put you through that prepubescent droning tone if you're new to the game, or if you're just confused, or you want to pick a favorite. So let's run through the basics and get you baby wand-waving wizards blasting spells before too long. Kicking it off with the least befitting school to go first, but the alphabet is a fun system to use, Abjuration. This is the dreaded Uno reverse card and the most annoying school of magic, specializing in undoing curses, illnesses, locks, banishing summons, shrinking fireballs, and turning bullshit into butterflies. If the Dungeon Master has a story planned, you can master this school to cut the game short and tell everyone else at the table that they can go home and fuck themselves. I like that some of the text in the books tries to salvage its reputation, saying that there's some philosophy behind the practice and that in some way that's equatable to the spells Abjuration undoes, but I will never respect a spell that transpires at the table like this.
The armor absorbs you, becoming forever bound to your flesh as a reminder of what you did to those people, and why you really seek protection. The curse, both a lesson and a tomb, reminds you of how your master once was.
I cast Greater Restoration.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
The one benefit to this school is that it gives mages armor, because otherwise they would be both fragile and naked. Conjuration, the best school. Divine connector between every realm and a doorway to power that exists with or without the summoner. Also, it gives you access to a bunch of pets. I mean, come on, there's literally nothing better than that. You want to dominate turn economy? And take 20 turns every round? For the weaker end of this school, you can create echoes of helpful items, and then upgrade to weak tears in reality, opening them further to invite guests, and finally opening them wide enough to swallow your foes or travel without limits. As someone who has way too many pets, wrote a bestiary, and has never trespassed on federal property in his lifetime, I like the idea of traveling with friends as its own vocation. Also, for some reason, this is the school that contains Wish. Wish is a spell that conjures your own desires out of the twisted realm of your own mind and makes them reality, in whatever way reality deems an even trade. That's pretty fucking sick. Divination, the first school of magic in the only Mancy, the realm of oracles and the school defined by how it transcends time and space. I'm a sucker for prophecy stories, in the same way that I don't mind certain spoilers, which is why this school and vocation is such a great folly in and of itself. It promises guidance, safety in a way that Abjuration couldn't accomplish, but through seeking that guidance, uncovering the secrets to the future, you cement your own in a way that it can't really be avoided. In addition to the false absolutes that scholars of divination seek, the answers have to come from somewhere. Augury is a spell that is a really great example of how this school works, and it specifically states that you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of your next action. If that creature has a stake in your fate, you're asking them to choose for you, freedom or condemnation, in the words of Kratos.
We'll make our own destiny.
Enchantment, the school made for all you nasty little stinkers, manipulators, and dirty liars out there. If you don't like your own head or your own thoughts, why not invade somebody else's? Charms, brainwashing, domination, commands, basically anything a narcissist would do with the right words to the wrong person, but it's a bit more foolproof and with a pinch of magic. At most tables, this school is unethical to use on your players, especially since their character's agency is literally the name of the game. Evocation. This school does everything our silly science wishes it could do, but without explanation. Explosions, more explosions, acid, lightning explosions, ice explosions. Ironically, it works a lot like Conjuration, but it only summons elements and they don't stick around. Evocation is literally just the baseline for CGI magic. It looks like magic and it goes poof sometimes and it kills people. Illusion. This is just stage magic. Smoke, mirrors, tricks of light. Think enchantments, but ones that work on a crowd where your aim is to get money instead of leverage over a single person's self-worth. I find this school really interesting because it basically pretends to do everything other schools actually accomplish. Did I transform into another person? No. Did I summon a gargantuan dragon? Nah. Did I leave this mortal plane and move my body somewhere beyond comprehension? Nah, I'm hiding right here, stealing your jewelry. It's not strong, but it is silly, and it has one of the broader range of uses. It's also got a couple more unique spells in its catalog, like Shared Dreaming and False Cloning. Necromancy. It's not divination through bones, it's making the bones do your laundry and fight your battles for you, and sometimes do a really cool dance if that's what you want. Necromancers pull at the threads of both life and death, since most healing magic is necrotic. The cool thing about necromancy, unlike divination, is that it all comes from the exact same source. So necromancers have to battle for control of their own creations in the face of any necrotic leader more powerful than themselves. Last on the docket for our little wizarding adventure is Transmutation, the school that lets you change everything. It's weird that Wish is not in this school, but I don't know. Transmutation, transmogrification, transformation. As long as you have a pinch of sand or a bottle of water, you can make do. I place this one second, just below Conjuration, because it lets you bring inanimate stuff to life and reshape living stuff. You can reshape your friends to give them cool powers if you want, or bring trees to life, or turn an enemy into a toad and then throw them off a cliff. It's really diverse, lets you control the weather, move the ocean, guide the earth, turn trash into tools, and turn locked doors into unlocked doors. Well, there you go. You're a magi now. Go run wild, but also tell me what your favorite school is. I also really want to know which one you think makes the least sense. And then go crazy. Go stupid. Sling spells. Fireball! Oh yeah, also Dragon Week is next week, so get your popcorn ready for a Gusher-style burst of dragon content from, like, everybody. Get out of here.